Harry booed and heckled by furious crowd at Globe Soccer Awards after taking stage without invitation. The story of Meghan Markle, former actress turned Duchess of Sussex, has become one of the most polarizing narratives in modern history. To her supporters, she is a groundbreaking woman who dared to challenge the constraints of the British royal family. To her detractors, Meghan embodies opportunism, using her royal connections to craft a narrative of victimhood and self-promotion. While her defenders often highlight the struggles she faced as an outsider in one of the world's most traditional institutions, her critics question the authenticity of her claims and the motives behind her actions. Is Meghan Markle a misunderstood figure, or has she carefully orchestrated her public persona to serve her own ambitions? A closer look at her actions, statements, and the controversies surrounding her suggests that the latter may hold more weight than she would like to admit. From the moment Meghan Markle joined the royal family, tensions began to surface. Critics argue that Meghan's inability, or unwillingness, to adapt to royal protocols was not merely a failure of adjustment but a deliberate attempt to challenge an institution she knew would not bend to her will. For instance, her decision to speak publicly about feeling silenced within the royal framework raised eyebrows. The British monarchy operates on a principle of discretion, with royals traditionally refraining from airing grievances in public. Meghan's choice to do so in her infamous interview with Oprah Winfrey in 2021 was seen by many as a calculated move to cast herself as a victim while portraying the royal family as antagonistic and out of touch. Even more contentious was her claim of racism within the royal family, alleging that there were concerns and conversations about the skin tone of her then-unborn son, Archie. While such an accusation is serious, Meghan's refusal to name the individual responsible left the matter open to speculation and amplified divisions. Critics point out that this vagueness allowed Meghan to dominate headlines while avoiding accountability or scrutiny. Furthermore, subsequent clarifications from Prince Harry suggested that these remarks were not as malicious as initially implied, leading many to question the veracity of Meghan's allegations and whether they were exaggerated for dramatic effect. Meghan Markle's transition from Hollywood actress to Duchess was seen by some as a fairy tale come true, but her detractors argue that it was less about love and more about leveraging the royal platform for personal gain. Before meeting Prince Harry, Meghan was a relatively successful actress, best known for her role in the legal drama Suits. However, she was far from a household name. Marrying into the royal family elevated her global profile overnight, giving her access to a level of influence and prestige that few could achieve on their own. Critics suggest that Meghan leveraged this newfound fame to craft an image of herself as a humanitarian and activist, despite limited evidence of such commitments prior to her royal marriage. For instance, Meghan has frequently spoken about her involvement in charitable work, but a closer examination reveals that much of this work began only after she became a duchess. While she has undoubtedly championed important causes, such as mental health and gender equality, skeptics argue that these efforts often seem more performative than substantive. Her high-profile deals with Netflix and Spotify, which reportedly earned the Sussexes millions of dollars, have also come under scrutiny. Detractors claim that these projects capitalized on her royal connections and the controversies surrounding her departure from the monarchy, raising questions about whether Meghan's philanthropy is genuine or simply a means to maintain her relevance. One of the most persistent criticisms of Meghan Markle is her apparent reliance on a narrative of victimhood to garner public sympathy. From her claims of being mistreated by the press to her allegations of systemic racism within the royal family, Meghan has consistently positioned herself as a woman battling against powerful and oppressive forces. While there is no doubt that she faced challenges as a biracial woman entering an institution steeped in tradition, critics argue that Meghan's portrayal of herself as a perpetual victim often lacks nuance and context. For example, Meghan's assertion that the British press targeted her unfairly because of her race has been challenged by those who point out that other royals, including Kate Middleton and Camilla, Queen Consort, have also faced intense media scrutiny. While there is no denying that some coverage of Meghan crossed the line into racism and misogyny, her critics argue that she has selectively highlighted these instances to build a narrative of persecution, ignoring the broader context of how the British tabloids treat all members of the royal family. Moreover, Meghan's decision to engage with the media, through interviews, documentaries, and public statements, appears contradictory to her complaints about press intrusion, leading some to accuse her of hypocrisy. The 2021 Oprah Winfrey interview marked a pivotal moment in Meghan Markle's public life. While the interview was framed as an opportunity for Meghan and Harry to tell their side of the story, it quickly became one of the most controversial media events of the decade. Meghan's revelations about her mental health struggles, her strained relationship with Kate Middleton, and her grievances with the royal institution dominated headlines for weeks. However, critics have since questioned the accuracy of some of her claims. For instance, Meghan alleged that her son, Archie, was denied a royal title due to his race. However, royal experts have pointed out that Archie's lack of a title was in line with royal protocol, which dictates that only the grandchildren of the reigning monarch are automatically entitled to such titles. Additionally, Meghan's claim that she was denied help for her mental health struggles has been met with skepticism, given the royal family's extensive access to medical resources. These discrepancies have fueled accusations that Meghan manipulated the truth to garner sympathy and discredit the monarchy. Another common critique of Meghan Markle is the apparent pattern of estrangement in her personal relationships. Before her royal marriage, Meghan had already become distant from her father, Thomas Markle, and her half-siblings. While Meghan has attributed these rifts to her family's alleged attempts to exploit her newfound fame, her critics argue that the pattern extends beyond her biological family. Her relationship with the royal family, once described as warm and welcoming, quickly deteriorated after her marriage to Prince Harry. Meghan's feud with Kate Middleton, her alleged clashes with royal staff, and her decision to step back from royal duties have all been cited as evidence of her inability to maintain harmonious relationships. Perhaps most telling is the strain Meghan's actions have placed on Prince Harry's relationship with his own family. The couple's decision to step back from royal duties and relocate to the United States has reportedly caused a deep rift between Harry and his brother, Prince William, as well as with their father, King Charles III. Critics argue that Meghan's influence has isolated Harry from his family, with some even suggesting that she has encouraged him to prioritize their relationship over his royal responsibilities. Meghan Markle remains one of the most polarizing figures of the 21st century. To her supporters, she is a symbol of resilience and empowerment, a woman who dared to challenge the status quo and fight for her happiness. To her critics, however, Meghan embodies self-interest, using her royal connections to craft a narrative that prioritizes her personal brand over the truth. While the full story of Meghan's time in the royal family may never be known, one thing is clear: her actions and statements have left an indelible mark on the monarchy and the public perception of what it means to be a royal. Whether viewed as a trailblazer or a manipulator, Meghan Markle's legacy will continue to spark debate for years to come.